In this video, let us know about how to use translation with care integrated with P360. I am Chaitanya Krishna from Informatica GCS. Let's get started. So we'll have a brief discussion on what is the P360 client is all about. We'll go to the prerequisites that's needed for translation, the configuration, then followed by a demo. Claire is an accelerator that can be integrated with P360. It is a machine learning tool which is based on Python. It is used to achieve ML model-driven use cases. The Claire Translation Service integration offers real-time translation force to easily translate any of your textual data into a target language. Now, before you use translation, Claire should be installed and it should be integrated with P360. There are two options to do Claire translation, right? One is to use the Google Translate API, another is to create your own API. So, the option one, use the standard translation service configuration using Google Translate API. By default, if no other translation service is contributed, the standard implementation uses Google Translate API. When using the default translator, the setting used in the clay.properties file it should be set as false. To use the Google Translate API, you must create an account and a project with Google Cloud, enable billing, and then enable the Google Translate API for your Google Cloud project. Once this is done, you need to set up authentication and generate a Google Translate API key. The key will be used to configure P360 to run with Google Translate API. The outline steps are given here. Please have a look at it. Now, within the P360, there is a file called clay.properties file, which is present in P360 configuration HPM. Now, inside this file, there is a configuration that you'll have to do, which is clay translation API key, in which you'll give your API key value. We encourage you to use the 2encrypt code so that the API key value is encrypted and anyone who logs in cannot see the real value when they open the file. Now the option 2 is implement and contribute your own custom translation service. In case you want to create and contribute your own custom translation service API, set the value of Claire translation custom used to true and then follow the steps below. As an addition to this documentation, there is an example implementation in the SDK examples collection. The plugin name is ComHider Customization AI Server. Please take a look at these steps so that you can customize that plugin and then you can use it. Now the client panel can be integrated into any Flex UI with a component for translation. You can make use of the default templates that we give, which is present in the P360 accelerators, Claire resources. From this point onward, you can open the translation Flex UI and then you can select one item, multiple items, whichever you want to translate, and then you can open Flex UI and use it there. Let's have a demo on how this configuration is done and how the translation is used. Now let's go to the clay.properties file. It's present in server configuration HPM and then we have it clay.properties. In this file, if you integrated already with P360, then you have all this configured. The main part with translation is only this part. As I said, once the API key is generated from your Google Cloud platform, you have to mention that here in between two encrypt tags so that it's encrypted when you perform the restart. Once you have your API key configured here, restart the P360 service and the Claire service. Now, along with the Claire accelerators, we provide our resources for Claire. In this FlexUI template, you have to configure translation with Claire according to your requirements. By default, in Claire info part in the FlexUI, we'll have short description, long description, keyword, and remarks as the fields that for which you are using the translation, and the target language in which it should be translated is given here. You can change this also. This is just for an example. So once you configure your translation source fields and translate languages, you will have to integrate within this P360. So you go to P360 management, manage your templates, and then you load your template from a file and add the template in here. Okay. So once the template is available, you log into your web UI, go to the items, go to select any item, go to actions, open Flex UI, translation with Claire. Now if you see, for this item, we have values only in English. There is no value for Spanish, French, and German. And I have given short description and long description values. So in this part of FlexUI, you can see what is my source language and what is it translated in my target languages. I have it for short description and long description as well. Similarly, whatever fields you configure in your FlexUI, those fields will be visible here. Now there are options for you to apply either field by field translation values, or if you click apply all, everything will be translated and then directly copied into the field content. Now let me show only for short description. Once I click on apply, as you see, all other values in other languages are auto-populated. Now let me click on apply all. If you can see, the long description as well has been translated and auto-suggested here. Once that is done, you can go to your text, select this as French. You can see the values are automatically translated and loaded. So this is how we use Claire with P360. The detailed documentation of how to use Claire and how to integrate Claire and what are the other things that you can do with Claire is present in the accelerators document. Please go through it. You can reach out to us in the mentioned handles. Thank you.